Good day, everyone. This is Ian L. Palacios again, and for this video, I am going to talk about the people of the Philippines v. Suleiman case that involves online libel under the Cybercrime Law or Republic Act 10175. So, through the course of this video, I am going to answer the 5 questions prior to the case. So, let's start. So, for question number 1, what the case is all about. So it's this case is about online libel and how courts should decide the proper punishment for it. Jumerito or Homerito Soliman was accused of posting offensive and harmful statements on Facebook against Waldo Carpio, who was a government official. The statements accused Carpio of corruption, abuse of power, and intentionally delaying government documents. Because these statements were posted online and could be read by many people, Suleiman was charged under the Cybercrime Prevention Act, which covers crime committed through the internet. So the trial court found Suleiman guilty, but instead of sending him to jail, it imposed only a fine of just 50,000 pesos. The government believed this penalty was too light and argued that online libel should always have a heavier penalty, especially imprisonment. The case reached the Supreme Court to decide whether the lower court made a serious legal mistake in imposing only a fine. So that's it for question number 1. Let's go to question number 2. What are the facts of the case? So, the facts of the case show how the conflict started and how it was handled by the courts. On January 23, 2018, Pomerito Soliman posted a long and angry message on Facebook. In his post, he accused Waldo Carpio of intentionally delaying the release of sanitary permits needed for his business. He also implied that Carpio was corrupt and abusing his position in the government. The language was so strong, insulting, and contained profanity. Because Facebook is social media and is a public platform, many people were able to see and read his post or the post. Now, Waldo Carpio felt that his reputation was damaged and filed a complaint for online libel against Soliman. After trial, the Regional Trial Court or RTC found Soliman guilty beyond reasonable doubt. But however, the court noted that Soliman acted while he was angry and frustrated. I mean, that he eventually deleted the post and that he apologized several times to Carpio. Because of these circumstances, the court decided that the fine of 50,000 pesos was just enough punishment. So Soliman accepted the decision and paid the fine, but the government later challenged the penalty. Let's go to the question number 3, which is the issues of the case. What are the issues of the case? So the main issue, I think, in this case is whether the trial court committed grave abuse of discretion by imposing only a fine for online libel instead of imprisonment. The government argued that under the Cybercrime Prevention Act, crimes committed through the internet should be punished more severely, meaning that jail time should be a mandatory. So another issue is whether the phrase 1 degree higher in the law means that only imprisonment can be imposed. And there is also the question of whether the government can still question to question the penalty even after the accused already accepted the judgment and paid the fine. So related to this is the issue of double jeopardy, which protects a person from being punished twice for the same offense. These issues focus on the proper interpretation of the law and the limits of judicial discretion or discretion. So that's it for question number 3. Let's go to the question number 4, which is the ruling of the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court, the higher of all, ruled that the petition of the government has no merit and should be denied. It held that the trial court did not commit grave abuse of discretion when it imposed only a fine. So the court explained that under the revised penal code, libel can be punished by imprisonment, a fine, or both. So this rule still applies to online libel. The Cybercrime Prevention Act did not remove the option of imposing just a fine. The phrase, as I said earlier, 1 degree higher, does not mean that imprisonment is mandatory, because fines can also be increased by degrees under the law. The court also computed the correct range of fines for online libel and found that the 50,000 pesos fine imposed by the trial court is within the legal range. Since the trial court acted within its authority and followed the law, increasing the penalty at this stage would violate Soliman's right against double jeopardy. So for these reasons, the Supreme Court affirmed that decisions of the lower courts. That's it. So let's go to the last question, which is the 5th question. My takeaways. What are my takeaways or learning from the case? So, yes, for me, this case provides several important lessons. First is, it teaches that the online libel is a serious offense. Even if it's online, it's still a serious offense, right? But it does not automatically mean imprisonment in all cases, right? It depends. Courts still have the discretion to impose a fine only, depending on the facts and circumstances. Second, it shows that the Cybercrime Prevention Act did not eliminate the discretion of judges or remove fines as a possible penalty. Third is, this case reminds people that what they post on social media can have a serious legal consequences, especially when it damages the reputation of another person. Even if a person is angry or feels wronged, public accusations can still result in a criminal liability. So, for takeaways, for takeaway, I think the case highlights the importance of fairness in the justice system. The judges must be balance punishment with the circumstances of the case, right? So, lastly, I think the last takeaway for me. It emphasizes the importance of the constitutional right against double jeopardy, which protects individuals from having their punishment increased after a valid and final judgment has already been imposed. I think that's it. Thanks for watching. I think that's it. Thank you for watching, and advance Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you, sir. Thank you.